Today we are going to be discussing three job search trends in 2025. We're going to be discussing the job search trends that I found relevant for job seekers, especially if you're just starting out. Hello, I'm Vanessa. Today I'm going to be taking you on three job search trends you need to be aware of as a job seeker in this year 2025. Okay, now let's start. First one is emphasis on skill-based hiring. Employers are now hiring job seekers based on their skills rather than traditional qualifications. Traditional qualifications such as computer science, engineering, microbiology, and so on and so forth, the skills that you studied in school. So now employers are hiring job seekers mostly based on skill. So in order for you to make sure you get a job in 2025, you need to learn a skill. You can learn a skill, any skill of your choice, based on your area of expertise, but based on what you feel that you can do and know very well, something you like. You should go for something that is your passion. For example, you can go for designing, you can go for graphic designing, you can go for product management, you can go for content writing, you can go for copywriting, you can go for social media management. So when you learn a skill, you get your certificate, you get certification based on the skill that you acquired. But guess what? That certificate is not enough. After acquiring your certificate, you need to put on hands-on experience. How do you do that? If you are new, if you just finish acquiring a skill and you want to work for a company, you want to apply for jobs, first of all, you need to build your portfolio. Another job search trend in 2025 is the integration of artificial intelligence in recruitment. So first of all, employers have started using applicant tracking systems in order for them to track whether your application stands out. When you submit your resume, make sure that you put the keywords. Use AI. Use AI, ask ChatGPT to help you to input the right keywords in your resumes so that when the AI, that the applicant tracking system they use for checking your resume, for going through your resume, when it goes through it, it will pass test. So another thing that the employers have started is they use AI driven interviews. So make sure you can use ChatGPT to ask it to help you to conduct an interview. Ask it to do mock-up interviews, or you can do a kind of training. Ask ChatGPT to provide some questions, some interview possible interview questions from this company. When you after searching it, you can now do some practices by checking the answers it will give you. Then you also do practice within yourself, and so do it outside. You can talk say it out loud so that you're able to be able to master it very well. The next job search trend I'm going to talk about is the rise of fractional hiring. So what does that mean? Companies have started hiring job seekers based on project basis or part-time basis. They can just employ you, you work part-time for them, or complete a project and they pay you, and that's over. So why did they start this process? Companies start this process because for them to hire a professional that will stay with them, have meetings, and do every work that is involved in that particular task that they need to do in their company will cost them much. So they now start hiring job seekers that will just come, do the work, they pay them, complete the project, they pay them, and they go. So it's cheaper for them and they'll still get the same results because you're focusing on high impact projects, on high impact work, how something that you do and grant you and give you results, good results instantly. So how do you employ this? If you're a professional, it can also be called you can also be called freelancing, because when you work as a freelancer, you just work on a project, you work part-time, do the work, finish, submit, and go. So the only disadvantage here is that you can at times you might not be able to get project, might not be able to get work. Sometimes you might be broke, or your income will not be coming steadily. So if you know you cannot fit into that arrangement, you can get a full-time position where you'll be working, you get paid, you know that every month you receive this pay. Or if you can be having that flexibility, you can work part time, you can work on project basis. After working, they pay you. When the project is done, start looking for another one. If you know you can work like that, you can also start that process. You can also start applying for freelancing jobs and start working as a freelance. So it depends on you.